Total Sports Zone. All sports, all action, one zone.
You know, for over a decade, they were defined by one thing: contrast. We're talking about two hockey titans from totally different eras, always battling on opposite sides of the ice. But that's all about to change. Today, we're going to dive into the incredible story of Sidney Crosby and Connor McDavid, and how these longtime rivals are finally teaming up for a shot at Olympic gold. And that really brings us to the heart of it all. This is way more than just a sports headline. It's a real-life drama playing out on the world's biggest stage. So what actually happens when the best player in the game today gets to play alongside the very person he grew up idolizing? So you've got this amazing dynamic, right? On one side, there's Sidney Crosby. He's the legend, the benchmark for an entire generation of hockey players. And on the other, you have Connor McDavid, his clear successor, the most dominant, electrifying force in today's game. Two captains, two eras, one incredible story. For years, the story was simple: Crosby versus McDavid. That was the matchup everyone wanted to see. But now, the script has completely flipped. They're trading in that rivalry for a shared mission. Now, to really get why this is such a huge deal, you gotta understand the backstory here. The 2026 Olympics in Milano Cortina, that's the first time since 2014 that the NHL's biggest stars are actually back on Olympic ice. I mean, for the sport, and especially for these players, this return has been a long time coming. So let's start with the man they used to call Sid the Kid, who's now the veteran leader of the pack. Sidney Crosby isn't just a player, he is an absolute icon, who has basically defined Canadian hockey for almost 2 decades. I mean, his legacy is just staggering. Who could ever forget that iconic golden goal in Vancouver back in 2010? The whole country remembers where they were for that one. He's led Canada to back-to-back gold medals. But what's truly mind-blowing is his longevity. Even at 38, he's still the undisputed leader of his NHL team, topping the charts in goals, assists, and points. It's just unbelievable. Just look at that. Two Olympic gold medals. That's the standard he set. That is the peak of international hockey. Just let that number sink in. And that, of course, brings us to the other half of this incredible story, Connor McDavid. He was the kid watching that golden goal on TV, and now he's the one that everyone agrees is the most exciting, most dominant player on the planet today. And here it is, this single quote. Man, this just cuts right to the heart of their whole dynamic. McDavid has never been shy about it. For him, Sidney Crosby was the guy. So this isn't just about two great players. It's about an admirer getting the chance to play with his hero. But hey, make no mistake about it, the admirer is now a titan in his own right. As the NHL's co-leader in scoring, McDavid's speed and skill have totally redefined what's possible in the game. When people talk about the best in the world, his name is the very first one that comes up. And yet, here's the kicker. For all of his individual awards, all the trophies and accolades, there's one thing missing from McDavid's trophy case: Olympic gold. And that number, 0, is a pretty stark contrast to his idols too, isn't it? So now you have these two separate, amazing storylines, and they're finally merging into one. It's the legend's hockey IQ, an incredible experience, meeting the successor's unmatched speed and skill. Two totally distinct eras of Canadian greatness uniting for one single shared purpose. And you can see how this relationship has really evolved. For the past decade, it was all about the rivalry. Then, we're going to get a little sneak peek at the Four Nations face-off. And then, the main event. Teammates on the Olympic stage in 2026. This is what their whole shared history has been building towards. And you can hear the change right from McDavid himself. He summed it up perfectly. You can almost feel the relief and the excitement in his voice here. The whole conversation has finally shifted from confrontation to collaboration, and he is clearly all for it. And that feeling is absolutely mutual. Crosby, who probably knows better than anyone just how impossible McDavid is to play against, he puts it simply: it's going to be a lot better to have that danger on your side. That quote just shows so much respect from the veteran for the guy who's now going to be his teammate. So, the objective here? It's crystal clear. These two superstars are expected to be the engine for Team Canada, leading the charge for another Olympic gold. The hopes of an entire hockey-obsessed nation are resting on their shoulders, together. Which leaves us with one final, fascinating question. I mean, the story feels like it's straight out of a movie, right? The hero and the one who looked up to him, now united on the same team. Can they combine their legendary talents to write one more golden chapter for their country? Well, we're all going to have to wait until 2026 to find out.